Good morning, America. Here is a little article by Mike Whitney entitled The Wall Street Journal Op-Ed Page. Subtitle is Murdoch's Cuckoo's Nest. The Wall Street Journal's editorial page is the ideological headwaters for far-right fanaticism in the U.S. It is less of a forum for open debate than it is a breeding ground for noxious ideas that undermine democratic institutions. Every day there is a whole new slate of extremist opinion pieces defending one absurdity or another. Typically, the articles focus on two issues of primary importance to all conservatives. Well, my take on this would be it's probably not even conservatives, because this is pretty radical, if you ask me. War and taxes. It's astonishing how many variations there are on the same theme. Conservatives, the conservatives that Whitney is talking about, are naturally distrustful of ideas. So they've created a platform where they can couch their reactionary views in academic-sounding jargon without any real attempt at upgrading social policy. There appears to be an endless reservoir of Reagan-era supply-side zealots and think tank windbags who are more than eager to promote the topic du jour, whatever that may be, by using right-wing celebrities as their standard bearers. The Wall Street Journal is able to elevate the most mundane, nonsensical arguments to a level of respectability that is simply beyond comprehension. And that's the objective: to make hard-nosed, narrow-minded chauvinism look like entitled and elevated and enlightened policy. Typically, the editorials take aim at any regulation which restricts industry or any law which protects the citizens. Articles are chosen on the basis of how they appeal to a small group of corporate mandarins whose views about how the world should be organized are identical. In other words, it is an echo chamber for the investor class. That's why liberals should pay attention. The men who currently run the world are not shy about revealing what they have in mind for the rest of us. In the last few days, the Wall Street Journal has run articles defending Exxon against the $2.5 billion punitive damages that were ordered by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals for its massive oil spill in Alaska. Now, you remember that happened a few years ago. They've run another tiresome apology for Judge Robert Bork, the alleged victim of left-wing witch hunts. They've provided a lawyerly defense of the Marines who went on a killing spree in Haditha, Iraq. Another promotion of the extortionist World Bank, an emotional plea to save Bush and the tax cuts, and of course an over-the-top 1,500-word thesis on why victory is within reach in Iraq by a neocon nutcase like Michael Ledeen. On Monday, October 22nd, the Wall Street Journal ran an article by David Rifkin, Getting Serious About Torture, which essentially defends the cruel and inhuman and degrading treatment of terror suspects by pointing out that the relative nature is relative indeed. As Rifkin says, the world is cruel, inhuman, and degrading. Whether or not a particular interrogation method shocks the conscience depends very much on the circumstances. Sure, David, everything is relative, isn't it? How about eye gouging? Is that also relative? Remember when these false conservatives used to rail against moral relativism? At the time, it seemed like a matter of principle, but now it's just empty posturing. At the end of his article, Rifkin reminds us that there is no free lunch. Coercive interrogations have been key in preventing post 9/11 attacks on American soil. Indeed, sounds pretty much like a spirited defense of torture to me. Maybe I'm missing something.